Well, good morning. It is SN. That's us, the Streaming News and Sports Network. We're getting ready for baseball.
It's baseball time.
We had, about 4 weeks of nothing?
Just
3
about.
weeks, yeah.
Right, yeah.
And now, baseball is about ready to go.
We're there.
Yeah, Saturday, game number 1. And we're going to talk about it with Coach Billy Kane, his coach, Tim Lane.
Coach Lane, yep.
Yeah. And he's got a couple of players with him today, Evan Gilgenbach and Sean Garvin.
They both sound familiar.
Yeah. I think I've heard of them.
Right.
Not sure.
In passing.
I
could probably recognize them when I saw them.
I don't know. It's hard, it's kind of hard for me to recognize some of these guys out of uniform.
True. Especially the football players.
Oh, yeah, because they're wearing helmets.
Right, because I get in trouble all the time because somebody will come up and be like, hey, how are you doing? And I'm like, hey, great. We'll have a little 5-second conversation. I'll walk away and I'll be like, who was that? And they're like, you've been announcing his name for like 5 years. I'm like, they wear a helmet. I don't know. I could probably tell you his jersey number. But
Nope. What's even hard for me?
What's that?
The softball girls.
Okay.
Because Kevin Merchant and I would call the softball games, right?
Right.
And you'd see the girls in their uniforms, usually with ponytails through their caps or their hair up or whatever. And that's it. You just, have an idea, okay.
Right.
When you see them out in public, you have no idea who they are.
Yeah, no, they have the hair down. They're wearing like street clothes.
And it's like, yeah. What? Who were you? I mean, I've had some of the girls from the softball team come up to me and go, "Hey, Mike, how are you?" And some were very friendly, and some were like, "Don't come near me,
right?
You radio creep guy."
The radio creepy guy.
Yeah. So, but I couldn't even. And a couple would like, I'm like, what? I didn't even recognize them. But You're right. Football, just forget it.
Yeah, no.
And baseball too. It's hard because you have that perception of this is what they look like 24 hours a day, because this is really the only time you see them.
Right. Is when they're in their uniforms.
Right. You a little bit different because you've seen a lot of these kids come through the little league system, junior league system, up into high school. Me, usually we just catch them in high school.
Yeah, but when I coached them and saw them going through the little league, they didn't shave yet. So some of them now have beards and goatees and stuff.
Yeah, that's frightening. That is really frightening. I remember when my stepson Dane was a senior, he had a full beard. I'm like, how does this happen?
Right.
I don't think I could grow facial hair until I was 20.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was bad.
No,
it was bad. Yeah, I was made fun of.
Oh, well, when I got out of the Navy, I decided I'm going to let it go in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it's cold in the winter. And when you're plowing snow and it blows back into your face, I'm like, there's got to be something better. So I would grow the beard in winter. And then actually Little League opening day was the day I would shave it off.
Now, does it really keep you warm?
There is a difference. Yeah. Especially when you're all suited up in the hoodie and the winter jacket. I've got the sunglasses on, so all you see is here. Yeah, there's a big difference.
Oh. See, I thought that would really be a farce. Like it was just like, nah.
No, because I did shave it off for a little bit. So COVID hit, and everybody remote working from home.
Yeah,
and I just let it go, and it got long, and I was like, wow, I got to trim this back up, and I shaved it all the way off, and then actually it was JJ that said, grow it back. So I did.
So speaking about the kids and realizing, who they are outside of the baseball diamond, Gilgenbach, he's one of them that I don't think I'd recognize because I don't really see him.
Evan?
Yeah, I don't really see him out and about, or
he's a working man. He's got jobs. He plays sports. He goes to school. He's a busy individual.
Now, Sean Garvin, a little different because we had him in junior league.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, and he and Andrew played together through Jewett City All-Stars. So much more interaction with Sean.
Yeah. So, and it'll be nice to talk to both of them together because both of them being pitchers, and there's such a contrasting style.
Yes, they're definitely different pitchers. And we got to see both of them on the mound in the scrimmage against Manchester the other day. Mm-hmm. So they both had a couple of innings up on the mound. So, but yeah, definitely different styles of pitching.
Now they lost that scrimmage, what, 5-2, right? 5-3.
Right.
So how did Evan look? How did Garvin look? Who else pitched? Did Nolan Webster pitch?
Yeah, Nolan pitched. Actually, Nolan went, I believe, 3 innings. Churchill or Mitchell. I don't know why.
Colin?
Yep. He pitched an inning, and then but it was Evan that led off, and then Mitchell went up, then he lasted an inning, then Webster went up, and then Garvin closed it out.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, there were definitely some things that you could see that need to be worked on, which is understandable. But I was surprised as how well they did look together as a unit. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, being the first scrimmage, going against a team like Manchester, which is a double L team, they didn't really look that bad. A little bit rough maybe at the plate, but pitching and defensively, like I said, with the exception of a couple of errors and missed plays here and there, they looked all right. And I think Coach Kane is definitely – he was taking the same type of notes, talking to a couple of players since that scrimmage, and they've certainly been working on that. So I think we'll see a different team against Ellis today. Yeah.
As far as the team is concerned, it's totally different attitude this year. Or at least it's – and I can't speak to the players. I'm talking about just the whole ambiance of the team. You got a new coach. You got new uniforms. You got new logos.
Right.
Everything. I mean, there's a fresh coat of paint, on this Wolverine team. Different than years past. Now, this is nothing against Coach Jameson from the past or anything. This is just Billy Kane said, we're starting brand new.
Mm-hmm.
And he did.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He did.
So it's going to be interesting. I've been excited to see what's going to happen this season because I knew, just kind of thinking about the pitching that they have this year, what's been building up to it. It's pretty exciting. And I think they're going to hold their own against a lot of teams that maybe like they got New London this year.
Mm-hmm.
Lyman Memorial is always a problem. Always a problem.
We faced Marty a couple times in fall ball. Yeah.
Yeah. Shut up.
He's got tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. I think they're going to beat a lot of teams this year that they haven't beaten in a while.
I think they're going to surprise some people if they're not prepared for this team. Because like you said, we're pretty deep in the pitching. I think that was probably a concern coming in. Mm-hmm. But like I said, we had 4 pitchers on the mound against Manchester. There's going to be a couple of different pitchers against Ellis today. So that would be at least 6, if not 7 different pitchers that are going to see the mound in the 2 scrimmages. So
that's Do you know who's starting today? Did you say? Or?
It should be A.J. Hamill should be starting off today.
We'll find out from Coach Kane.
Yeah, you'll have the man himself who writes the lineups.
We'll find out exactly, who's starting, who's going to be penciled in for what position. So, like, for example, Garvin, we're in high school, I'm used to seeing him on the mound or on second base. I think he's probably going to keep that.
He was at short.
Was he at short?
He was at short.
Okay.
And then they were platooning second. You had Calvin Odo actually at second base. You had Jake Duthry came in at second base. So there's some of your incoming freshmen getting some infield time at second base. But yeah, it did move Sean over the short.
You said Shart.
I was trying to combine his first and last name. I apologize to Chris and his parents for messing up his name.
You did say Shart. Who they had at third? Is it Mitchell again?
That was Mitchell at third. You initially had Webster at first, and then when Webster went to the mound, you had A.J. Hamill came in at first. You had Andrew behind the plate.
I thought there were a couple of kids that left the team.
There has been some attrition.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong kids.
Maybe.
Okay. Let's see. Amy Harden is.
Is that really Amy or JJ?
I'm going to guess JJ.
All right.
I thought JJ had his own account.
He may have gotten that taken away.
And Ron Lufkin.
Hey, all right.
So, hey, Ron, what are you doing Saturday?
The Ruffinator back on the camera.
Yeah, the Luffinator. We got to hang out with Ron a little bit Saturday night at the Boosters benefit.
Oh, at the dance?
Yeah.
You got to see Ron dance? That's one thing I've never seen.
No.
Okay.
No, that was not on the agenda.
All right.
Not at all.
Was it like a middle school dance? Boys were on this side, girls on that side.
Well, you could definitely tell which couples, still had the whole middle school mentality. Oh, no, or they would just kind of, they'd stand up against the wall with the one leg up against the wall and their hand in the pocket, just kind of watching. Yeah. But I will tell you, some of the people had some moves.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
I was shocked. Well, maybe not so shocked, but it was like you don't see the side of a lot of these folks.
Yeah, get them on the dance floor.
Get them on the dance floor. Let's
Bust
go.
a move.
Yeah, played a lot of old school hip hop for him.
Well, there you go. That gets everybody in the mood.
Yeah. I just didn't. One song I didn't play. I wanted to play was something by Busta Rhymes, but
well, yeah, Busta Rhymes, Bust a Move, right?
No,
well, wait,
no, that's Young MC.
That is Young MC.
I didn't play that one though.
No, you did.
What about I played like some Dr. Dre. Oh, I played Criss Cross.
They want to make you jump.
The Mac Daddy make you,
and then Daddy Mac.
What's the difference?
If they were Mac Daddy and Daddy Mac, they both wore their clothes backwards. So I'm thinking Mac Daddy should have been backwards, and Daddy Mac should have worn it the right way. So then you could tell.
Wait a minute. Well, maybe Mac Daddy is the right way.
Well, whichever way.
I don't. I think it's Mac Daddy. Whatever, John. Whatever.
What? I'm just. Hey, do you have Vanilla Ice playing in there?
I did. Yeah.
Did you get all the moms out there? They love it.
Yes. Yeah. Ice, baby. Did that just happen?
Yeah, it did. That's organic.
Oh crap! But it was a fun time, and no, Ron did not get up and move a groove.
No. Well, I heard he's a big Rick Astley fan, so maybe you just weren't playing the right songs.
Huh?
Rick Astley.
You know what?
Never gonna give you up.
Never gonna let you
Rick
down.
roll him. You'll get Ron out there.
Well, I mean, Rick will never. He'll never leave you. He'll never hurt you. He'll never let you down.
No.
And he's going to be at Mohegan Sun.
In the Wolf's Den?
No.
He's in the arena?
Yeah. I thought we talked about this.
Did we? I don't remember.
It's going to
Summer Garage? I don't know where he's playing.
He's playing Summer Garage. Rick Astley has graduated to the Mohegan Sun.
Could you
arena.
imagine? Like you go into the garage, you walk into the elevator bank, the doors open, and never gonna give you up.
Never gonna let you down.
I would lose it.
Oh, yeah. No, he's part of a tour. It's going to be him.
Oh, it's one of those.
And Vogue.
Okay.
Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper's here.
Yep. No Spinderella though.
Oh man, no.
You know why, right?
Why?
They did a big lawsuit. And
oh yeah. Oh, they did.
Spinderella, said I'm part of it, and they said no.
No.
Let's
it wasn't
Salt
and Pepper and
baby.
Spinderella, but everybody, she knew she was on the turntable.
Yeah, but Spinderella was a big part of that.
Exactly.
I think Spinderella got screwed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Harambe.
The DJs always get left out unless you're.
No, we do.
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Yeah, where is Jeff? Nobody cares.
He's not slapping people in award shows, that's for sure.
Did you hear the new Will Smith song?
What's that?
It's slapping, man. I'm telling you. It is slapping.
Oh my goodness. So in Vogue,
Chris Rock did have a comeback.
He did
have a comeback, and it was a little. I don't know if it's really something for consumption of. I'm just gonna say it. I guess the comeback was about her hair and everything.
Right.
He just wanted to know if the top matched the carpet.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's brutal.
Well, from other stories you've heard, Will Smith may not even know himself. So,
you know what? I don't care. You know,
Right.
when you have this couple, how did we go from baseball to this? How did that happen?
We do this
How did
all the
this
time.
happen? Oh, so all of a sudden, Will Smith and what's her name, Jada Pinkett Smith,
Correct.
they're a very public couple. I mean, so public that we know pretty much everything goes on in their house, what happens in their bedroom, what doesn't happen in their bedroom.
Right. We know too much.
We know about the son's best friend,
Right.
you know, and she's worried about that kind of a
Well,
a joke.
it was interesting. If you watch the video, and
She's put herself out there.
She did. She's, and obviously she's going through an illness and the effects there. But if you go back and watch some of the video, there's been some video outtakes of that incident. When Chris Rock initially said the joke, Will Smith laughed.
He did until he got
her face. Yeah.
Oof.
And then, he took it a little too far. Well, then
I don't think so. I think Will Smith went, well, I gotta be a man. I'm gonna go.
I gotta go
do this.
Right. I gotta go. Redeem myself, and then actually looked worse, especially with some of the memes that were coming out later.
Yeah. If I go ahead and slap the taste out of his mouth, maybe she won't sleep with my son's best friend again,
or the neighbor, or the delivery man.
I mean, they come on. Jada Pinkett Smith kind of made herself look like a little bit of a hoe. So
they're pretty open in that podcast. It's amazing.
Right, but they did it themselves. They did it then, and now they're looking at the repercussions of other people making jokes.
Griswold High School Sports, and your home for local news and weather.
Where's this?
From Main Street in the borough of Jewett City. The Streeting News and Sports Network, SNSN.
There's a little bit of our our fanfare there. But I mean, why? Oh, why?
Don't know.
I don't get it.
But they have had those groups of old 80s singers come through the casinos before.
Well, that's how we got there.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got there. This is like this.
No,
it's like this the 7 degrees to Kevin Bacon. We just
right,
kind of float,
There was one tour that came through. They had Tiffany and Debbie Gibson together. Can't beat that.
Did they have one of them slap fights?
They were in the mall food court. And
only in my dreams. I think we're alone now. They could battling back and forth. Imagine them have one of them slap fights or whatever.
There you go.
Debbie Gibson over here, Tiffany over here. I think Tiffany wins that all day long.
All day.
Have you seen her?
She's got that Tanya Harding vibe.
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
I think she's pissed from 40 years of being second best.
Right.
Poor Tiffany. Could have been.
Yeah, I think we're alone now.
Yeah.
No, actually, we got people filter in it.
Whatever, we're talking.
We are.
Oh my god. Oh, and guess who the big the big act is going to be
in KOTB.
Yeah,
for real? Did I get it right?
You got it. You kind of look too excited about that.
That's hilarious. Because playing music for all the youth sports from football to baseball.
I'm always gonna love you, girl.
You always get little tips, and they're like, "Hey, so and so is really a big New Kids fan." So sometimes during games, especially when you're doing football and you were doing 4 games a day, maybe that second or third game, I'll be like, "This song's going out to," and then kick on some New Kids.
You know what we like for walk-up songs this year?
Yeah.
We should play our selections and just see what happens.
Oh yeah.
Let's see how many kids we can tick off, as they're
Are they just
the plate.
Give me that. What is that?
Why George Michael? Why do I get George Michael? Why do I get Wham? I don't know.
Well, you could get double George Michael. You got the Wham, and then you got the solo.
I know.
Then the Limp Bizkit cover. You could just
going on. The possibilities are endless. Absolutely endless. So anyway, I just find it kind of funny how my girlfriend Melissa says, I'm going to go see this, and I never get a ticket. I wonder why that is. Because she has a whole group of them.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And they all wearing their shirts saying blockheads.
Yeah.
I guess I have one that says Jughead.
Hey, there you go. No. Archie Comics.
I used to.
Do they put on like their acid wash?
It's like Betty and Veronica. Which one's better, Tiffany or Debbie Gibson? Who knows?
Yeah, Janet or Chrissy.
Yeah. Venus or Serena.
Yeah. You get one.
Don't go that Will Smith vibe again.
No.
Oh my God. Where the hell are we going with any of this?
I have no idea. I can't keep up with myself this morning.
Neither can I. I really can't. I really honestly can't.
But now that I know that New Kids is coming in town.
Cindy just says, Blockhead Sisters, get it right.
Whoa. See,
whoa.
You're treading into that. There's going to be so many acid wash jeans and box wine. You don't even know.
Oh my God. You do this to me every freaking time you come.
Hey, you called me.
All right, so should we bring in the team?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey guys, we got the baseball team, Griswold High School.
Which
along with the coach? Let's get Billy Kane in here first.
Oh, Coach Kane.
You do?
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Nice.
You already have one, right?
I do.
Nice. Oh.
Or I will have one coming in, I guess. Look at that.
I get a cap. All right. I'm putting it down. Right over my headphones. Can I do that?
Yeah, that. Well, now you look just like the kids do. You got the flat brim sitting on top of your head.
That's awesome. You can use that as a pop filter. Oh, now I sound like AM radio. What's up, man?
Excited.
I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to see you the other night.
Yeah.
You had some dance moves, man. I saw you.
Yeah,
the shirt opened up.
Yeah, no dance moves though. That was
a little popping and locking.
That was my wife.
Popping and locking.
That was my wife.
I got to meet her.
Yeah.
For a minute. My son got to meet her. She came up, talked to us for a minute and stuff.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, because I didn't know who she was. And then I went, oh, she goes, yeah, I'm Billy Kane's wife. And I said, where's Billy? That's exactly what I said. So,
yep.
Anyway, so that was really, really cool. Let's talk some baseball.
Okay.
Season starts Saturday. Yeah, although you have a scrimmage tonight.
Yep.
And you already had one scrimmage in the books against Manchester where, oh, you know what? Here, Billy, let me get you to move over to.
Yes, a slide.
Yeah. Why was this not doing it? Trying to. Here we go. All right. You're back in the camera.
Am I in the camera now?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, Manchester being a double L team and Griswold, taking them on. I mean, how do you feel they matched up? I mean, a scrimmage early in the season. How do you think that went in a 5-3 loss?
I think the idea was to show the kids what a bigger program is all about and what the better competition is going to look like and what we're going to have to face. So I think for the first 2 innings, it was definitely, I think they were really nervous. They were really tight. They really didn't want to make mistakes. Unless they got a new coach, right? They got a lot of different things. So a lot of things going through their head, I believe. And I was trying to flush that, during our meetings in between innings, trying to get it out of them. And then it came out, a light came on,
Sure.
I think that we're young, even though we have some veterans, right? I think that, once Evan snapped out of it in the second, third inning when he started talking, that relaxed everyone. So, Shawnee stepped up and talked, which is good. They don't always need me to talk for them. When they start giving themselves a voice, that's when it's working, and then they snapped out of it, and all it took was a couple hits, and, we did okay. I think we did okay. I was impressed.
Good. So what can we expect against, Ellis Tech is a completely different team.
Yeah, so my best friend Anthony Famiglio coaches that team, so I wanted to face him. I think we have him in the regular season, but it's gonna be hit or miss there. I mean, we're gonna primarily stick with our starters, get them the most time, and see what can happen. I think for the most part, kind of know where everybody's at. There's still maybe 1 or 2 positions that still can be won throughout the season, especially with when we switch pitchers. Where the rotation goes for people. So I think Today we're going to start Hamill on the mound for.
You said that, yeah. John said that, yeah.
Maybe 2 to 3 innings. And with that being said, when he's on the, if he can stay on the mound, that's going to be our best defensive team.
Okay.
With him on the mound.
Okay.
So
what positions are up for grabs? You know,
I think second base for
second
sure.
Base,
Second base for sure, and right field.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the outfield positions, but yeah. So second base is pretty much wide open.
So who do you got pegged? Who's slotted? I mean, can you?
Today we're going to start with Ev's going to play third. We'll have Shawnee at short, and we'll have Colin Mitchell at second.
Okay.
So I think between those two was always my ideal, even though Mitchell has a strong arm for third. Gavin D'Amico coming down with an injury was a big thing.
Hurt
for
his
us.
shoulder, right?
Yeah, so I guess he's got his elbow or something. So he's getting that checked out Friday. So when that takes him out of the equation, obviously then I don't really have a secondary third baseman. So, obviously Mitchell's the primary third baseman.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can get Mitchell to play second base and Evan to play third when he's not pitching, right? Shawnee and Mitchell up the middle will be really good.
Gotcha.
Two strong arms. They talk to each other almost too much, which is great. They're so I believe that would be very, very strong for us. Other than that, I would have to look to 2 freshmen.
Gotcha.
So,
gotcha. New catcher this year.
A new catcher.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wonder who that is.
New catcher.
Big Drew.
So, all right. So here's what I'll give you about Drew. So, I don't know how he thought in the beginning of this where he would pan out, but knowing that there's no catcher. So I've constantly reminded him that even though he is the primary catcher, he could lose it tomorrow.
Sure.
To keep him on his toes. And he has worked hard. He has not been afraid to fail, which is good. He, during a lot of our situation stuff in practice, he definitely is getting more vocal, which is good. Sometimes saying the wrong things, but I said, that's okay. At least you're talking, right? So we can always fix what you say because we want him to give the plays out, So being a young freshman, he's trying to find his own way too. He's got a lot of some veterans on there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably a little intimidating, keep telling these guys what we're doing, how we're doing it, but slowly it's getting there, obviously working on his receiving, which was good to begin with, but we want to get it stronger.
Mm-hmm.
I think his stressing to that arm, not letting that pitch take him. So, that's the difference between a ball and a strike. If you let that ball take you, it's tough. But I think for what he's done, he's worked his rear end off. So he deserves a start. So I'm excited about that. And he hit well.
He did hit very well.
Yeah, he did well. So I did actually moved him up in the lineup today. So
yeah, that was one thing. And then when I picked him up off the bus, the very first thing he mentioned when he got in the truck, because I was up in the stands watching the game, but I always want to hear what he has to say. And then Sean will tell you the same thing when I coached him in fall ball is, can you self-diagnose? Do you know what you did? And the first thing he said when he got into the truck, I got to work on my receiving and framing. Very first thing he said. So,
yeah. Well, against a team like that, right? We can't make any mistakes. We're a small school. They had 70 kids try out for their team.
Manchester.
70 for their varsity. That's insane.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So we had 20, and one guy left after this first day. So that pushed down to 19. So that just shows small school. We're the definition of a small school, which is okay. But we have to take the extra chances. And I think the biggest thing about me and Tim working together, and you're going to meet Tim, is that we 100% want guys to take chances. We don't want them to hold the ball. The big thing here that I'm finding in this town per se is they don't want to make a mistake. Mm-hmm. Well, I want them to take the chance. They make the mistake. Okay, we get better from it. Right. But you should never be afraid to throw the baseball. So that's what they're learning right now is throwing behind people. Let's not give all our secrets away. But
no. When we bring in Coach Lane now?
Tim. Yeah. Come on in, buddy.
Somebody already went, where's Evan?
Where is there already a distress signal out for him?
Come on, right over here.
Was that the office? The office?
No, it just says Facebook user, so I have no idea who's even saying that. So, but anyway, just so you know, he's here. He's not in school. He's here. Coach Lane, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Nice to meet you. And we've never met. I'm Mike.
Nice to meet you.
Do you know Mr. Harden, John
I
Harden?
know.
I do.
Yeah, figures. Anyway, here, let's get you right on up here. And, now, welcome to Griswold Baseball. How did you get to be a part of Griswold Baseball this year?
So the job opened up,
Mhm.
and I called my friend Mr. Kane and said, you need to be back in baseball, and this is a perfect opportunity for you. And he mulled it over for a little bit, and then he said, I'll do it, but I'll only do it if you do it. So
Gotcha.
Here we are.
I don't think there's been an assistant coach in a long time.
What under Jameson?
Jameson didn't have an assistant coach, and neither did Rourke. I don't remember him having an assistant coach at all.
Right.
They did. Tom Broder helped out.
I don't even remember that.
That's before I
anyway.
started paying attention too much to the high school.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So now, what is your main capacity as far as, I mean, what's your forte? As far as coaching is concerned, certain positions. Are you a hitting coach more predominantly,
No,
or
Bill's the hitting coach.
okay?
I do it all, probably except for catching.
Uh-huh.
I'll leave that to the professionals. No, I mean, I've been a head coach for a long time. I did Little League from 4 to 12 in Norwich. Then Bill called me, and then he recruited me over to the Connecticut Heat. I was there for a long time.
It's travel ball, right?
Travel ball, yeah. I was there for a long time. I had my own team over there. My son played for him and for me as well. So he was playing 2 fields at the same time. And then left the Heat and then went to Shoreline. I was over at the Shoreline Hammerheads for a while. Now I'm currently with the Crush.
The Crush, yeah.
Yeah, I'm over there. So
now you know, like Harden's kids really from the Crush.
just
right?
met them.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Group for the Crush. So I was a step below where Andrew was.
Mhm.
But when I stopped coaching, I was doing 18U. So
Gotcha.
and then when I was with Bill, I went to Africa in 2012 for 2 weeks and taught in Kenya.
Nice.
So, yeah. So that's basically where I'm at as far as coaching.
So the bottom line is there's a lot of experience
Yeah, absolutely.
on the diamond this
Right.
year. And like one of the things that we went ahead and I did, just kind of to promote Griswold Baseball. And I said, new coach, new logo, new attitude. And is that, would you think that was accurate or inaccurate?
Oh, 100%.
So
It's the only way that we can make this ours is if we completely make it ours. If there's
Gotcha.
anything left from the previous coaches, then it's not ours. And we don't want to have our names on that. And I believe,
Right,
I don't want to speak for Bill, but it's got to be from the bottom up. It has to be ours. It has to be our system. They have to buy into it for it to work. And I think it's working. I think they're having a good time. And I know it's early, but, I was a little worried coming into it being small school. Griswold,
Sure.
My son went to NFA. We're coming from a travel background where we played the best of the best and traveled all over the country. But I'm extremely happy with what I've seen so far.
good.
And the
Good.
leadership of the seniors and even some of the sophomores and juniors. So
Well, I think the leadership's become leaders, once the coaches give them that ability and tell them it's okay,
no, I agree.
which is good. So
Yeah, empower the players to be leaders because we've seen it firsthand. Like, looking at this team, you go up and down the roster. We've had experience with every single one of these, kids in the past at different levels of baseball. And I think you're going to start to see that. And it's probably only going to grow as you get further into the season. And then those upperclassmen are going to start kind of mentoring
I agree.
the underclassmen. And so it should start building on itself. So,
Yeah, I think so.
all right, we're gonna continue talking with you. But we want to take a break real quick.
Yeah.
And come back in a bit. And I know we've talked to Bill. This is his third time here, and third of many, I hope. Because it's been a nice start to the
third-
season.
third time in, you buy breakfast, I think. That's the rule, right?
Well, they already had breakfast. So good, so good. I saw him over there. All right, we'll be back. We're gonna bring players in a couple of minutes as well. So keep it right here. It's SNSN.
Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Are you looking to simplify the complicated things in life, insurance can seem daunting, like a task for the must-do list, not the want-to-do list. Let the Burns Agency take the headache out of protecting your assets. We're a full-service agency offering home, auto, life, and business insurance. Call, email, chat us online, or do it the good old-fashioned way and stop in. We have 2 locations, Norwich and Dayville, with licensed staff ready to serve your insurance needs. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Live from Main Street, your community radio.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilick in the morning, and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear because I'm grilling up dinner. You get it?
Yes, good job.
So what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
All right, we are back here at SNSN. We are talking Griswold baseball with brand new coaches, brand new logos, brand new everything. That's crazy. And I really think that, and I've been waiting for this season because I knew, what was coming up and what was happening. And then throw in the mix, a whole new coaching staff and everything. I think it's really exciting. This is probably the most excited I've been for Griswold baseball, probably in the 7 years that we've carried Griswold baseball, to be honest. And I'm not just saying that because you guys are standing here or anything like that. It's really cool because it's completely different. There seems like there's more focus.
We've talked about it. Several broadcasts we've talked about there's definitely a buzz in the air around Griswold High School baseball. And I think it's only grown. Because I think a lot of people were a little bit apprehensive when there was a changing of the guard and what's going to happen and bringing new coaches in, right? But I think now that they're in place, and I think Coach Kane did the exact right thing and kind of just completely changing the face of Griswold. I mean, Coach Lane just talked about it. If it was something from the past, it's not ours. We don't want it. So it's all brand new. So it's a brand new Griswold Wolverine baseball team, I think, coming in here. Pretty exciting.
It is, and we're looking forward to it. Of course, being watching these guys and watching this team, blossom into what we think that they can be. I think you guys are going to win a lot of games this year. I honestly do.
I think so.
Yeah, Bill.
Right.
What's that? No predictions.
No prediction.
Why don't we bring in the boys right now?
My prediction. Don't say it.
So bring in Sean and Evan. Come on, right over on this side over here.
Front and center.
Move over just a little bit more.
Everybody got their brand new.
You guys are going to share this microphone right here.
Griswold swag. Everybody's coming in with it.
Well, it's good to see that Evan did his hair today for the show. So, that's awesome, dude. We appreciate that. Move over just a little bit more so everyone can get a gander. Look at that. Oh, my God.
And if nobody knows, Sean spent an hour and a half on his hair.
I know.
That looked good.
We used to tease Sean. Didn't we last year?
He always took the hat off and then
we
It's not like Logan. Logan's not he still does it.
We would say, Sean, you're so pretty.
Not as much product, though, he's doing it better. I don't know. He doesn't smell flammable. So I don't know. He's got skills down.
Why don't you move down a little bit more so we can get these 2 young gentlemen, right on in here. Come on, right on up, guys. There we go. I'm going to make sure you guys are on camera as well. Sean, there you go.
We need to put X's on the carpet.
There we go. Here we go. Good morning, guys. How are you? Good morning. Okay. So, we've been carrying you guys really since the beginning. Let me ask you guys, I'm going to ask you flat out. Evan, this probably affected you more. COVID, the year without baseball. What happened and how did that affect you?
So COVID hit my sophomore year, took away our baseball season. I think it hit around early March that year. I think we were just getting ready. We were going to do off-season conditioning or whatever. Then it happened. Over that time, we didn't really have baseball except for the summer thing we had. I know personally, I kind of just tried to keep in shape, like running and lifting weights, stuff like that. But unfortunately, we had the summer league, which was like 20 games or so under Coach J. It was like a town league, but at least it was better than nothing.
You had something, right?
Yeah.
Now, Sean, you're a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you coming in after COVID really had to be a little bit of an adjustment for you.
Yeah.
If not a big adjustment, because really before this, you were playing what? Junior league.
Yeah, I was playing. So we had a school team for Lisbon, and that wiped out our season, and that was supposed to be our golden year, you could say.
Sure,
and
sure.
We were gonna win we thought we were gonna win the championship because we finally had put the pieces together that we'd trying to even get since I'd say maybe 5th grade, because we'd have to pull down because we were such a little school at Lisbon. So I mean, It was me, Tanucci's the only other one you'd really know, but I mean that affected me. I tried to stay in shape throughout that. It was hard not playing baseball, but I did do the summer thing, as Evan said. So I had to, I don't know, just improvise.
But going from that right to
high school, it was
going and being a starting pitcher.
It was a change, but I adapted, and I think it was better for me to get the experience as a freshman. So now that I have it under my belt now, so I'm glad it happened.
So now you guys are a couple of baseball guys. I'm assuming, because you guys spend a lot of time, you put a lot of work in on the off season as well. One thing I did not know is, Garvin, you got a 3-point shot. Oh my God. No, it was just pretty good. So
I don't know.
I had no idea,
I
to
like
be honest
baseball,
with you.
I definitely baseball is my.
Do you notice he looked at his coach before? I like baseball.
No. We just
did you really? Oh, okay.
All I do is just
yeah.
around here, and I play defense.
Yeah.
He claims he's a better shooter than me. He's not.
Really?
No chance.
That's what we need. We need a shoot off. SNSN. We'll carry it.
I think we should do that and just find out who's got better hair.
Sean's got better.
Oh, yeah, Sean's Garvin's got to beat today. I think I really do.
I'm not on the team. Logan has the best hair.
Oh, okay. All right.
Who does then? Logan does. Exactly.
Yeah, he's got the one that's clean.
So if there was a team leader out on the field, Evan, would that be you?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. All right. And so what do you think you bring to the younger players on the team?
I think I bring the most experience, just like a motivation for guys. Because I know, like, when I was a younger, like him, sophomore, or even freshman, I had guys to look up to, like Nick Gilo and Andrew Kozel, who were pretty good baseball players, just to admire and try to do what they do.
Now you guys have really always been pitchers. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
So, and like I've seen Sean, blossom, into what he is today. I mean, in fall ball, man, you were bringing it. No, just talking to your dad and getting an idea how fast, you could hurl that ball, for such a young guy. Now, you, Evan, you're more of a finesse pitcher, I would say.
Yeah.
We've kind of compared you to your style, like hitting the edge, hitting the corners, like Greg Maddux.
Right,
Have you ever heard that one before?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
All right. Who do you think you pitch like, if you were to pitch like anybody?
I would say that. I'm more of a pitcher that kind of just like pitches to get hitters off balance. I'm not a guy that's going to go out there and throw, 95 and strike guys out off that.
You're like painting the corners.
Yeah, that's what I've always tried to do. I know I don't have overpowering stuff, so just kind of hit spots with fastball, off speed.
You don't need overpowering stuff.
Yeah.
Not at all. Now, what are you up to? You hitting 90 on the gun yet, or what?
Not even close.
No.
I'd say you started off the conversation with leadership. I've been playing with him since 4th grade, and I've always looked up to what he does and how he's doing things, even like little things off the field. Like I never remember a time he wasn't running onto the field or picking up his teammates, like even in Little League and that stuff. So it's just good to be playing with him, and it'll suck after this year, but I'll pick it up next year and try to teach the younger guys.
He's already taken it.
Who, Sean?
Yeah. 100%. That's why he's here.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
That doesn't surprise me at all either.
But I have so Evan, you're in an interesting position because you are a senior and the leader of this team. Brand new regime, brand new Griswold High School baseball.
Right.
You're in that leadership position.
Yep.
Young team. A lot of underclassmen underneath you.
Yep.
This is your senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Your last season at Griswold High School.
Right.
What legacy do you want to leave behind you?
I think we just go out this year and just win. Whether it's our division or ECC or make a deep run in states, that's really all I could ask for from these guys because we haven't really done it before. Last year we got bounced out first game, both ECC and states. And the year before that we didn't play. And then the year before that, same thing, bounced out first round of both tournaments. So I think if we make a deep run, that'd be a good way to go out.
Sure, I get that. But the team itself.
What
you're building here right now with Coach Kane, Coach Lane, the players you have, when you leave, yeah, everybody wants to win. They want to go as deep as they can in the states, but the team, because you're going to have another group of incoming freshmen coming in.
So I think just like setting them up good for the years down the line. Like obviously he's still got 2 more years after this year, and guys like Colin, he's going to have a bright future too. I know the freshmen we have this year are pretty talented as well. And then the kids coming up after that are probably be pretty solid. But I think we have a good core of what these guys can do well with. So I think just helping out these guys now, telling them what they need to know, and then passing it down to the new guys would be helpful.
Right. Because it's that culture thing.
Right.
Brand new culture here.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you guys a question. And this is something that John and I have talked about. And Coach, you may want to answer this as well, or get involved in this answer. When the baseball season is over, is that end of baseball for you at Griswold High School, or do both of you guys check out the Little League games and talk to the kids and the Junior League games and fall ball and talk to them? And do you continue on with the legacy and maybe even tell them why Griswold's a good place to play?
I mean, personally, I'll take it. Personally, I think I'll always want to revolve around this town and this community because I've grown up here, played in that Little League since T-ball. So I'll always want to help the little kids succeed. And I know with these 2 coaches, they'll do a great job with the program. So I'll do my best to get the program out there.
Gotcha. Evan?
And that was a big thing. I know when Coach Kane interviewed, he said he wanted to keep a lot of the Griswold kids in Griswold. We had a lot of kids move to Killingly or other schools like that. And a lot of those kids were good athletes too. Mm-hmm. So that really hurts the sports teams. So I think doing that kind of stuff, like making camps and going to games and stuff like that would definitely help out, keep those kids in town, and then get the best team possible.
Because even next year, there's I know there's a couple of kids that have already committed to go elsewhere. So
I wouldn't say, yeah.
See, well, let's talk about
There's been no letter of intent signed. I wouldn't say commit.
All I'm gonna say on that is that I've been doing my
due diligence.
I've been trying to get out what we're trying to do and what we're gonna build here out to those who are giving interviews. And let's just say some of them might be changing their mind.
Right. We've talked about for months, and then bridging that gap between Little League and the high school. Right. And there's a lot more communication, a lot more working between the 2 organizations. So I think you're going to start to see more people being interested in staying in Griswold and being a part of this baseball program.
Yeah, I mean, Coach, we've talked about this. I mean, like the first time you were here, we were talking about, kids going off to different schools and everything. And what is it going to take to, and you seem to be all about that culture.
Yeah. So when I mentioned before too, when I brought up Dan Kennedy the last time, who actually worked a little bit with his son for catching, it came down with us. Me and Tim, you're going to make us part of USA Baseball for New England, and we're going to actually be running some camps here, and we're going to do our stuff down here in Griswold first before any place. So before we agreed to do that, I mean, it's obviously more talks that have to be finalized and paperwork, but we're definitely going to bring whatever we got coming right here first. So we're going to definitely be working with the Little League. We're going to try to get some of those guys up to watch one of our games, have a little honorary thing. We're definitely got things in the works, 100%. Me and Tim we're going to be a focal point in this town, guaranteed.
I have not seen excitement around Griswold baseball since the 80s.
I'm telling you what, our Little League numbers are up significantly this year, and just Junior League. So that's going to be basically the feeder into the high school. We have 32 ball players in Junior League this season. That's amazing. We haven't had numbers like that in years.
Yeah, Norwich doesn't even have numbers like that.
Right.
You know, and not to make another quick point, but like if we can bring a little bit of experience and a little bit to some of those camps and clinics down there, I think that will help some of the other coaches and will actually help us in the long run, because we see a lot of younger kids coming up throwing similar, having that one-dimensional type thought process. So we definitely need to change that culture. And hopefully the Little League is a little open to what our thoughts are on that, and to try to help, further development quicker with some of these guys.
Yeah, I can't speak for John or Trish or anything like that, but I think you guys would welcome that union between the high school and the Little League.
Yeah, that's exactly what I told Trish.
It's been needed.
Right. When she asked me to come back to the board, I said, there's only one position I'm going to take if you bring me back to the board, and that's going to be junior senior coordinator, because I did want to build that bridge to the high school. Because it's like, once you get off field one in Little League, what gets you to the high school field? And you've seen it when you did fall ball.
Yeah.
You got those little leaguers that are coming up to the 60-90 field, and it's a culture shock. Those bases are a long way away. And what used to be fence power over here barely gets you out of the infield on a high school field. So we got to build that program up.
Speaking of fall ball, I do want to tell Sean, I realized as a coach, I sucked. I was not good.
Wow. Stunned silence.
I am what I am, man. I don't have any, you know what? But I had the best time with you guys. You guys are great. I still talk to a lot of the guys. They still text me and stuff like that.
There's a lot of
It's
them
really
that came
cool.
back for the spring season, so you couldn't have been that bad.
Oh, I was awful, Billy. I tried. I really tried.
Listen, but without volunteers, how does it happen? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
So you create something and you're trying to be something. That's what half the kids, I think, just want to know that someone cares. I think that's literally half the
I loved
battle.
it. I honestly loved it. We talk about it, ad nauseum for a long time. But anyway, this is not about me. Sean, let me ask you a question. What teams do you feel are going to be your biggest tests this year in the regular season?
Do you mean by talent or by
what team? What team? What team that you guys are going to face? Do you think it's probably going to test you guys from a player's perspective?
I'd say probably the larger schools like NFA. I mean, we didn't play NFA on our schedule last year, but another interesting point I want to bring up is Killingly in St. Bernard's. That's going to be a mental game because obviously we've lost two good players going there. One went to Killingly, one went to St. Bernard's. So if we let that get in our head and get to us and we don't play our game, I think that could affect us.
Okay. Same question, Evan?
I agree with what he said with the people leaving for Killingly and St. Bernard's. It's more of like I wouldn't say like a revenge game, but like I wanted to show them.
No.
Like show them just like we want to show them what they missed out on and what they could have had if they stayed
We're
here.
coming to get you, Tanucci.
Bring it.
Yeah. I was tweaked when I found out Tanucci was going to go elsewhere because I thought he would have been a really, really good fit.
Oh yeah. Well, in this program?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's probably going to be some people that may regret their decisions, especially going a couple of seasons deep under the new leadership.
Maybe
new
they'll come
direction of
back.
Team. Maybe.
Who knows? Who knows? What about you, Coach Kane? What do you feel? Who do you think is going to be like one of the bigger tests for Griswold baseball this year from a coach and Coach Lane? Same thing, from a coaching aspect.
It's Coach Lake.
Lake,
like the lake, like a Regions.
We're calling you
a lake.
You know what? We're gonna stay with Lane.
We're gonna park in that lane over there.
The lane,
It's more marketable, right? You can do your own podcast. Stay in your own lane. If you do stay in your own lake, it's weird. So.
People call me all sorts of names. Hey, they call him Pal over at Dean's Corner.
Pal? Stacy go, hey, Pal, what do you want for breakfast?
Bro.
No, okay, so yes, we have some games circled. However, we're going to go one game at a time, and that's going to be our focus. Our focus is going to be let's play who's right in front of us right now and not worry about anyone else. Because if it's one game at a time, trust me, we're going to be all right. We're not going to overthink things. We're not going to worry about who we're playing. I think that's why putting them in front of Manchester to get them in front of the big school first was important. Now we go to a little bit smaller school and get us a little warmed up, and then we play Wheeler.
Okay. I really expected
Wheeler.
that answer. I really expected that answer. So, Tim, Lake.
Coach Lake.
Yeah.
You want the real answer?
I want the real answer. That was the political answer.
Obviously,
Let's talk Marty Gomez. Let's talk Gomez. At the Lyman Memorial. It's
No, we don't play them.
he's a
Do we play
legend.
Lyman? No, we don't play.
Played him last
think
year. You actually didn't you pitch against Lyman last year in a 2-1 game?
He
You
doesn't
win
know.
Oh yeah.
at Lyman.
Yes, I did. Yes,
Yeah.
I closed out the game. You started it.
Yeah,
Swear to God.
it was a 2-1 game. You guys won.
He's like, I saved you. Don't you remember that?
Anyway, go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry.
We can talk about Fitch. Bring up Fitch.
You wanna
talk about
St. P's? You good?
You do?
Yeah.
I mean, Lyman's on there, but I'm looking at like NFA, East Line, New London, Ledyard.
Sure.
I mean, there's more games on there for other reasons that we have circled: Ledyard,
Mhm.
Montville,
Right.
NFA, East Line. So there's
Just a couple.
there's a lot of non-believers of both Bill and myself, and a lot of people that probably aren't wanting to see success.
Why wouldn't they want to see success in this program?
It's a dog eat dog world in the travel ball community.
Okay.
And when you're successful,
Yes, you see a different side of this.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because a lot of people in the past, especially Jameson, I coached his son last year. So they're looking at it from the high school point of view.
Right.
We're looking at it coming out of the travel point of view, where it's do or die. It's extremely competitive. You're traveling all over the place and you're facing the best of the best. You're never facing anybody's 4 or 5. You're facing their 1 or 2 every game. So for us, it's a different dynamic, which I think is going to help this program out to come with that dynamic. So like I said, there's people that have rubbed us the wrong way and people that we've rubbed the wrong way along the way. And we get to face them in high school baseball.
Good.
So I have a lot of circles on the schedule. Bill has a lot of circles on the schedule.
You guys have the same circles?
Yeah.
Kind of, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much the same circles. But yes, Bill's going to give you the answer. That,
I understand.
Suitable for
and I'm
printing
gonna-
in the paper.
and I'm going to give you the answer that you were probably thinking that you were.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we complement each other well that way. There's going to be times where he does it and I'm laid back, and there's going to be times where he's laid back and I go. So
Very good.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to put that question on the boys, and because that's not fair to you guys.
well, Evan already pretty much
Yeah, he did.
put it out there. So
I don't care, man.
he did the political answer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's very true what Coach just said, though. Because you get very used to, especially here in the ECC, some of these players have played the kids that they're playing at these different high schools since they were 5 years old. And you know what their level is, but then you get that travel ball experience and you're playing kids from all over the place, and you're going to like a perfect game tournament in another state, and you're seeing these players that have committed to huge D1 programs, and it's a different type of baseball. It really opens your eyes.
Evan, are you planning on playing baseball after high school? I mean,
I know I'm playing summer ball for the Canes this year, and then kind of just see how the season goes. I've got a couple of colleges that want me to come down and tour their school, but it really just falls into academics. I'm more of a academics first type person. If baseball's there,
you're an honor
baseball's
roll
there.
student, are you not?
Yeah. If baseball's an opportunity, then I'll take it. But if not, I'd rather just get a good education, do something in life.
Yeah, because isn't like
Right.
less than 1% of college athletes actually make it past the college level to professional, and as a whole, not just baseball, but
Yeah, but I mean, listen, if he wants to play college baseball, we're going to get him on a team. But it's like he said, we're talking to the parents, and it's academics first. So if it's the right fit, it's the right fit. If it's not, they're going to go academic wise. That's
Right.
all. So I mean, everybody's going to be different. I think Evan's choice is an excellent one.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. No, Coach Kane he's told you grades first. He's said that since day one.
Yeah.
And he had even said, like, he gets 2 questions, from every college coach when they're looking at a player. Grades is the very first one they look at.
Coach, one last question for you, really for both of you. We're going to be there at Dodd on Saturday, and we're going to stream the game. What can we expect against Wheeler on Saturday?
You can expect these boys to take the field like
Mhm.
professionals and act like professionals and give everything they have for the 2 hours they're going to be there. They're going to give everything. I know what they will.
Okay. Coach Lake?
All right, the real answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so glad you're both here.
You are going to see some good and some bad, but the end result's going to be a W. You're going to see aggressive baseball, regardless of whoever's listening to this. Give me Wheeler, listen to this. You're going to see everything. We're going to take chances. We're going to do things that you don't normally see. And these guys are going to have fun doing it. You know, they're already learning and practice that. It's a different type of baseball. We take chances. We do things that people wouldn't normally do. Because I believe if you don't do those things and you just stay stagnant, it's just how it's going to be. It's going to be a boring game.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to it's going to be fine. You're going to see that a lot this year. It's going to get better as we go.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna let you guys close it out. What can we expect on Saturday, 3 p.m. Dodge Stadium? We're gonna let the team leader, Evan Gilgenbach, take that question. Huh?
Since he'll have the baseball.
You be the starting pitcher. Okay.
I think Saturday we just got to go out there and just have that mindset. Just we got to win the game. That's game one. You got to get up to a good start. Play good defense. I know I'll be throwing strikes. Make the plays. Got to put up some runs, and that's it. Just got to win. That's it.
John, you're going to be there. We're going to be there together.
Yes, we will.
What are you looking forward to seeing the most, other than your son starting his first high school game behind the plate?
Well, no, yeah, obviously,
that's the,
there's the parent part of it. And, I'm proud of everything that he's been able to accomplish, and I think he's doing great things. But I think one of the things, just real quick to talk about him, is he's coachable, he's willing, he wants to learn, he wants to do better. So that's all I'll say about that right now. But I think from the team, I was pleasantly surprised at what I saw against him on Manchester. I know that they've been focusing on some of the issues that were identified in that scrimmage. We're going to see them against Ellis tonight. And you'll get to see a couple of different pitchers on the mound. Like we had talked about that before everybody came into the studio today. So we're going to be able to see at least 6 different pitchers on the mound and maybe a 7th in this scrimmage here. Coach already talked about some defensive changes that they're making in the infield. There's a couple of positions that are up for grabs, second and right. So we'll probably see some new bodies in those positions and see how they put it all together. Because actually, their first scrimmage as a squad against a big school, they looked all right. They're probably not firing on all cylinders yet, but I think it's looking good. So I'm just expecting to see little improvement every time we see this team take the field. They're going to be a little bit better than the last time they were on the field.
Even though it was a 5-3 game, I would think, just from somebody that wasn't there, the perception I got is you get little Griswold walking into big old Manchester, and playing the way that they,
Right.
they didn't get blown out by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
So I think that you hold your head high on that one.
Absolutely. There's no reason why these guys shouldn't. They should never go into anybody they play this season and think that they're, not as good or not capable. Go in there and whoop them. I look at it.
I like that.
Yeah. Griswold baseball will whoop you.
I almost said something else.
You can say, would it kick your ass or something like that?
Something along those lines. Yeah.
It's internet radio.
We can say that.
No,
there's a minor. Yeah.
Oh, whoa. I've heard him say worse.
I want to hear what Shawnee has to say about the game.
Okay, Sean, go for it.
The truth. So
the truth.
Speaking of what you said, I don't mean to go back on your comment, but little old Griswold in Manchester. I know me as a player, and we really need to work on this as a team. We have to work on our mindset going into games. We have the talent, Jesus, to kill everybody, and that's what I want to do. I want to win, so we need to get that mindset as a team to go into games and just want to absolutely destroy the other team.
Yeah, John, I've been telling you since last year, I'm really excited for this year.
Oh, absolutely.
This season, because what these boys can accomplish.
Oh, they can.
Yeah.
Very talented squad. It's small numbers, but I think the ones that you have that are on this roster right now, talent-wise, pretty strong. Some of them are going to have to grow into that and mature a little bit because we do have a lot of freshmen on this team. Yeah. But I think you're starting with a good foundation and then getting the leadership from the seniors like here in Evan, I think it's just going to start to grow. And then there's going to be a certain culture that when you come to Griswold High School, these are the expectations. This is what our ball club expects of you as a student and a baseball player. And it'll just build from there.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen this culture since the 80s.
Yeah.
Gary Cannell.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Back when Archie Drobiak was playing first base, getting recruited by the Pittsburgh Pirates, that kind of stuff.
Or the 70s, LaFrancois.
Roger, sure.
Which he's going to come back, by the way, and talk to the team and be around more often.
Yeah, he's retired. He finally retired from
Yes.
professional baseball as a hitting instructor for in the farm system for the St. Louis Cardinals, right?
St. Louis Cardinals. He was with the College Station Spikes.
Yeah.
The last team. But I talked to him at the convention because I do the convention with him, and he asked. So I think it's good to have him back in the program.
Bill Dawley.
That's another one
from Griswold and everything. These are people that
Yeah, Griswold students that went all the way up.
Exactly. And it can happen. It can happen. And I just think the focus is great. And I am so excited about this season.
Yeah.
It's great.
No, it's good to have them back because they're not
I love
just
baseball.
Right. They're just not pictures in a trophy case now.
No.
They're going to be coming back. These are real people.
Yeah.
Interested in this team.
All right. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
One more quick
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
So two of the other coaches that we brought on to help with JV are former Griswold baseball players in Logan McGowan and Bryce Molesky.
Okay.
So there's just not two of us. There's four of us. Yeah. And they've been a huge part, and they're going to be with us throughout the season. And they both played travel ball for me. So that was my tie into Griswold. I also had Max Gregory. And his father used to help me coach. So that was my tie into Griswold. So I had mentioned it to Bill, and Bill met with them and said,
yeah, I think we've put together a great staff for these kids.
Yeah, I do.
Honestly, I think that's
people that care.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
think they would agree that we've got the right people. It took them a couple days to figure out what we're about and what's going on, but I think they trust us now. I think they're buying in.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It's always about the buy-in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Make sure. Yeah.
They got to be committed.
So
Exactly.
the way it works.
If they're not, we just move on. That's how it works.
Yeah.
You guys have any? You guys are the ones that are afield. You guys have any final comments before the scrimmage tonight and the opener on Saturday?
Just really excited. I know we got two guys that really care, and then like they said, the two young guys that are relatable because they played, recently. Just kind of excited myself to kind of just prove myself as I'm, these guys are new and I'm a senior, so I got to go out there and prove myself. But I think other than that, just have a good year.
Sean?
I'll go off that. I'm really excited too. I know we have really good coaches and the younger guys with the experience, like he said. Just really excited to develop and learn as a baseball player. And along with that, I want to win. So
Very good. What do you think, John?
I agree.
Ready to go?
Let's go now.
Let's play today. Let's play two.
Let's still start setting up the remote now and just sit and wait.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Billy, I'm telling you, I've been so stoked for this season. From just watching the excitement level. It's like a wave, about ready to crash on Saturday and bring it home.
You hear from everyone.
Yeah, I mean, at the Booster Club, I had so many people come talk to me. I had
Yeah.
no idea who they were. But more importantly, there were 7th and 8th graders, parents. I've heard a lot about. We were thinking about their schools. What do you think about high school? What is your thing here? I was given, my advice on hey, listen, this is what we're doing. You want to be part of it? Awesome. And I mean, Griswold has a lot of opportunity for many, many things, regardless of sport. You have an opportunity to make an impact. And I think that we're going to provide whatever we can to these boys, and I think they're going to run with it. So,
And you're a Griswold alumni.
I am. This is very important to me. Very, very important.
This was the only job there was other options out there, and this was the only one that
Yeah, you had said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the truth. I didn't want to lie.
I called him first.
Yeah. There was some convincing.
It did. It wasn't right away.
Yeah.
It was wild because he's got, he's engaged. He's got a whole new life that he's starting over.
Right.
But he needed to be back in baseball. He's got too much to offer to be on the sideline. So that was my selling point to him. You need to do this.
Mhm.
And
Baseball has changed though since he stayed in it and I got out of it. Baseball has changed. So that was my real motivation to get back here because I'm like, there has to be more we got to be given to these kids. And when I see it all, Erin, honestly, I keep bringing up Erin. She is the reason why. I mean, if she wasn't so vocal about Griswold High School athletics and even academics online with her posts and all those different things, I don't think that would have that motivated me to say, hey, I want to be part of this, and I want to give. So we're excited.
And he's done. He's given a lot, more so than what people know, out of his own pocket. We both came up with these designs together. Yeah. We designed the hats. We designed the logo. We designed the cage jackets. We designed the jerseys. It was both back and forth. I get all the text messages to prove. We sit there. We're going through different things like crazy.
Just looking at these guys right here, the look is totally different.
Yeah.
The look is completely different. Just the way, I don't know what you're doing or what you're feeding these kids.
The product is going to be different.
Yeah. Right. But I can see it in both these kids, compared to previous years. I mean, they're holding their heads up high. They're ready to go. Honestly, didn't see that the year before or the year before that.
They look like a team.
Yeah.
They're all wearing the same thing. They look alike. Socks are matching. I mean, it's amazing what the little things that start to build that cohesive group. And then when the sheets come out and it's like, we've got the workout shorts, we've got the cage jackets, we've got the long sleeve t-shirts, the short sleeve t-shirts, and you go, hey, Andrew, which one do you want? And he says, all of them. Right. But I think every single one, they want to be part of Griswold baseball.
Good. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
We will continue these conversations throughout the season and the off season and all that stuff. Hopefully you'll come back too.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
We'll see you guys on the field. We'll see you guys at Dodd, and that'll be our first game of the season. Griswold Wheeler, live from Dodd Stadium, 3 p.m. We'll be on the yellow air about 2:45.
Correct.
Coach, we'll get some a little bit of audio before so we can do a pregame. Yes. Hey, hey.
That's part of it.
Yes.
That's part of being a big game.
Bill loves this stuff. Don't let him. He loves it.
Anyway, thanks guys for joining us here today. It was a real great show. I mean, it was good to talk to these guys, John. And just it's a nice preview of what we're going to see. And I think the excitement that we've felt, it's been building. I think it's justified.
Yeah, we're here. We're just hours away from this season getting started. So all that anticipation and that buildup, we're here.
That's it.
Now we got to see the team perform on the field.
All right. So they got a scrimmage today against Ellis Tech, and then Saturday we are going to be at Dodd Stadium for game number 1 of the season against Wheeler. So we will see you then. Guys, thank you very much for coming on in.
Thank you.
And we will see you once again tomorrow morning right here on SNSN. Have a good day, everyone.
Hi, my name is Dr. Katina Simmons. I'm the optometrist and the new owner of Griswold Eye Care, formerly the office of Dr. Joel Zuckerbaum. I would like to welcome you and your family to make an appointment today for an eye exam. Even though the name has changed, we are still providing the same family-friendly eye care as Dr. Z. We are located at 8 North Main Street in Jewett City. You can also find Griswold Eye Care on Facebook and send us a message. Don't forget that eye exams correlate to your whole body health too. It's not just new glasses and contacts. So come see me, Dr. Katina Simmons, at the all-new Griswold Eye Care, formerly Dr. Zuckerbrand. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, Miranda Mahoney here from Griswold Pride, your local drug prevention coalition. So, marijuana, now legal in Connecticut, but there are some things you really should know. It's only legal for people 21 and older. And always secure your cannabis products like edibles, vape pens, dabs, and of course marijuana in a locking storage